Hello there, we bring you today, 33 dumbest things ever done, from terrific trivia and fun facts. Trust us when we say this, you'll be rolling on the floor and laughing by the end of the video. Number 33. When the Chevrolet Monza was first designed, you had to remove the entire engine just to replace 2 spark plugs. Number 32. In 2017, a woman climbed into a giraffe enclosure at a zoo to take a selfie and was kicked in the face by one of the giraffes. Number 31. In 2013, a group of friends decided to jump off a roof into a swimming pool to impress their peers. However, they failed to account for the distance and ended up hitting the pavement instead. Number 30. Painter Salvador Dali grew a long mustache, then waxed it into pointed ends and turned them up, declaring the tips to be inspirational antennas. "My mustache is my radar," the artist explained. "It pulls ideas out of space." Number 29. In 2016, a man tried to break into a house by entering through the chimney. He got stuck in the chimney and had to be rescued by the fire department. Number 28. In the US, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse spent $1 million in the 1970s to study if drunk fish are more aggressive than sober fish. Turns out they are, which is why you never want to go fishing after the fish have been drinking heavily. Number 27. An English woman impulsively kissed a painting in an art museum in 1977. It cost the museum $1,260 to remove her lipstick from the canvas. "I only kissed it to cheer it up," the woman explained. "It looked so cold." Number 26. In 2000, an Italian man tried to drown himself in a river, but was swept away into the Milan sewer system instead. He floated in the filthy water for 6 hours before rescuers pulled him out through a manhole. Number 25. In Kiev in 1931, 2 Russians went for the world record in the obscure Soviet sport of slapping each other across the face. They hung on for 38 hours straight, and they weren't even mad at each other when they started. Number 24. In 2015, a group of friends decided to test if a toaster would still work if submerged in water. Unsurprisingly, it caused a short circuit and a small explosion. Number 23. Ice cream sales in Japan plummeted during World War II because people feared they would be identified as traitors if they consumed American products. What they didn't know was that ice cream was invented by Italians, Japan's allies during the war. Number 22. In 2016, a woman sued a manufacturer of a hairdryer because the product's warning label didn't explicitly state that it shouldn't be used while sleeping. Number 21. In the 1976 Olympics, a Soviet army major competing in fencing was disqualified for rigging his sword. He rigged his sword so he could register a hit on an opponent without actually making a hit. Number 20. A defendant in a 1986 Illinois murder trial attacked his attorney in court, then punched the judge. After his conviction for murder, he appealed on the grounds that the attack had prejudiced the judge against him. Number 19. Turkish scientists conducted a study in 1981 to determine if disco music turned mice homosexual. It does, they concluded. Number 18. In 2017, a woman accidentally drove her car into a lake because she blindly followed her GPS directions. The GPS instructed her to turn right, even though the lake was in that direction. Number 17. In the Middle Ages, doctors thought they could drive off a fever by putting a horse's head under a sick person's pillow. Probably the only way it drove off the fever was to drive off the sick person with it. If you're liking the content, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to Terrific Trivia and Fun Facts. Number 16. In 2011, a man set his own car on fire to claim the insurance money but forgot to remove his laptop with personal information from inside the vehicle. Number 15. The Austrian Hans Steininger proudly held the 16th century record for the world's longest beard. One day while climbing up the stairs, he tripped on his beard and died from the fall. Number 14. In 2011, a woman sued an airline because she thought the flight attendant's directions to brace for impact were too loud and caused her hearing damage. Number 13. In 17th century Europe, sneezing was considered a sign of good breeding. That's why members of the upper class started sniffing snuff to promote sneezing so they could demonstrate superiority. Number 12. In 2016, a man tried to use a blowtorch to kill spiders in his house, which resulted in the house catching fire and significant damage. Number 11. In 2018, a woman accidentally glued her eyes shut while trying to apply fake eyelashes using superglue. She had to seek medical assistance to have her eye opened. Number 10. More than 46,000 voters wrote in Edward Kennedy's name for U.S. Senator in 1962. What's dumb about it? These voters lived in Connecticut, while Kennedy was running in Massachusetts. Number 9. In 2009, a teenager in the United Kingdom joined a Facebook group named 1 Million to Get My Dad to Get Me a Puppy. The group gained over 1 million members, but the father ultimately refused to get his son a puppy anyway. Number 8. In 1987, a ferry collided with an oil tanker in the Philippine Sea. Some 3,000 people were killed. The ferry captain missed seeing the tanker in open water, because he gave the bridge to an unqualified seaman and took a break to watch a videotape and drink beer. Number 7. A Florida woman with a genius IQ of 189 was so worried about dying of stomach cancer that she drank 4 gallons, 15 liters, of water a day. She died at the age of 29 of kidney failure. Number 6. The French army invented a blast-resistant boot allowing soldiers to walk over minefields. One problem. The boot was so heavy and hard to walk in that the soldiers would be shot down by snipers before they could be blown up by mines. Number 5. To offer thanks for his fiancé's healthy recovery from a life-threatening illness, a Brazilian man walked penance halfway across the country, carrying a cross on his back. While he was gone on this spiritual trek, his fiancée married another man. Number 4. In 2019, a woman called emergency services because her new iPhone was not turning on. It turned out that she had mistaken the remote control for her iPhone. Number 3. Among the Kwikutl Indians, tribal power was determined by who destroyed more of his own possessions. Thus, the truly power-mad not only burned all their tools, weapons and household items, but also their own houses. They were left with the power of nothing. Number 2. In 2019, a group of tourists in Yellowstone National Park placed a baby bison into their vehicle, thinking it was cold and needed to be warmed up. As a result, the bison had to be euthanized because it was rejected by its herd. Number 1. In 2017, a woman tried to dry her wet poodle by putting it in a microwave. The poor dog suffered severe burns, and the woman faced legal consequences for animal cruelty. If you have come this far, hope you enjoyed the content. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to Terrific Trivia and Fun Facts for more such amazing content.